Hey loves, welcome or welcome back to my channel. Today guys, I'll be checking out this video from Ben Shapiro and it's titled Disney Fumbles with Snow White. Again, you guys, I'm excited for this, and without much ado, let's see what this video is all about.
Disney has botched this Snow White movie every way it's possible to botch this Snow White movie. So you'll recall that originally the Snow White movie starring Rachel Zegler and Gal Gadot, you'll remember that film had a trailer so awful that Disney had to completely recut the movie. It showed that the dwarves were not in fact dwarves in Snow White and the Seven Dwarves, because that would be offensive apparently to little people, so instead they just made the dwarves normal-sized humans, which was idiotic because that's not the story. Then they decided they couldn't actually cast, little people in these roles, so they decided to cast big people and then shrink them down using CGI, so it looks terrible. Then they decided to cast Rachel Zegler, who is Hispanic, as Snow White. Now, again, you can cast people however you want to cast people. I really don't care. However, Snow White, in which the description of the character is skin as white as snow, lips red as the rose, right? I mean, there's an actual physical description of the part. Not my fault it's written that way. It ain't racist to write it that way. That's the description of the part. That's what it is. The name of the movie is Snow White, okay? So instead they decided they were going to cast a person who, in common parlance, would be termed a person of color, a brown person, right, as they're fond of saying in the legacy media. They cast Rachel Zegler in this part to play the person, which was skin white as snow, and hair like ebony, right? Lips red as the rose. That was the actual physical description. So it was a mess from beginning to end. And then Rachel Zegler went out and did a ridiculous interview in which she proclaimed that the old school Snow White story, in which she had to be saved by a group of dwarves and a prince, is bad. And the new Snow White is going to be a feminist hero who don't need no man. Maybe she's a butch lesbian chick. You don't know. Maybe that's what Snow White was always about. Maybe it was always about the rejection of the patriarchy, which is why the character who hates her is an evil stepmother. Maybe not. Maybe she's just an evil stepmother because she too was victimized by the patriarchy. And in reality, it was the evil king, probably, who did this. That's probably it. Okay, so everybody laughed at this and thought it was stupid. So they went and they recut the entire film, and now they've released a new trailer, and the new trailer is not particularly good. It still has its problems. It's better than the original trailer, however. Here is some of what it looked like.
Mirror on the wall. Who's the fairest one of all?
You guys, what are your thoughts on this new Snow White that Disney just premiered? Do you think Rachel Zegler is the fairest in the land, or she is the brightest in the land? Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. And you guys, let's continue watching.
A lot of the YouTube comments on the Snow White trailer, however, were about Gal Gadot. So here is the thing. Gal Gadot is a beautiful woman, obviously. Gal Gadot is, she's Israeli. And that's a no-no to the lefties. They don't like that. That's super duper bad. Really bad. Really mean and bad. So, Rachel Zegler, who again is the worst person, she decided that she had to comment on the trailer. And here is what she commented. Quote, "I love you all so much. Thank you for the love and for 120 million views on our trailer in just 24 hours. What a whirlwind. I'm in the thick of rehearsals for Romeo and Juliet, so I'm gonna get out of here. Bye for now. Heart, apple, bird of peace." And then she added, "And always remember, free Palestine." Okay, so a few things here. First of all, shut the up. You don't know what you're talking about, you late. Like, can she describe the borders of Palestine? Can she describe where in the world it is? She knows nothing. She's a foolish Broadway actress who is given a starring role in a movie that's going to underperform. Free Palestine. Like, seriously, she, run by whom? Hamas? Or the PA Hamas government that currently is in place? And trying to discuss politics with people who have fewer brain cells than they have syllables in their name is always a mistake. Also, people who have pronouns in their name when they're very clearly female. But the part of this that obviously is even worse than that is that her co-star is Gal Gadot. Now, there are a lot of reasons you have to suspend disbelief when you watch a movie like Snow White. You know, there's magic, and there's, you know, animals that act in human ways and talking forests and such. But probably the biggest aspect of disbelief you have to suspend is the idea that Gal Gadot, as the wicked witch here, as the evil stepmother, is somehow less good looking than Rachel Zegler. Come on, gang. We ain't blind. And I understand that we're supposed to pretend that disabilities no longer exist or something, but we're not all blind. We can still see. Gal Gadot is a beautiful person, and Rachel Zegler is a fairly good-looking person. I don't know if that mirror was broken, but that has to be one hell of an acting job by Gal Gadot. She looks into the mirror, and she says, "Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all?" And then they show her a picture of of Rachel Zegler, and somehow she has to not burst out laughing. But maybe there was some friction on set. Maybe it was just that Rachel Zegler wanted to tweak Gal Gadot one more time because she is Israeli. She has stood up very strongly and proudly in favor of Israel in the midst of an exterminationist, eliminationist war by terrorist groups all around Israel. Whatever it is, yeah, Disney, once again, proving itself to be incompetent in the hiring of its talent. Rachel Zegler, what a trash person, seriously. And now you don't have to feel bad about not taking your kids to see the movie for about a dozen reasons. Are you tired of the lies and the twists of the mainstream media talking points? Yeah, me too. Join me in my newest series, Fact, where I dismantle and bring truth to this tiring mainstream agenda.
Wow, you guys, that was such an interesting one from Ben Shapiro. And despite the fact that this movie, Disney has successfully trashed it, I don't think it's necessary for Richard Ziegler to make that tweet at the end of the day, because that is totally uncalled for. But let me know your thoughts about this particular video. Leave it in the comment section down below, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye guys.